Hello YouTube! Today, SodaPop is back. That's right, I am not flat, I'm actually fully carbonated and ready to bring some new content straight to you guys. I apologize for the messed up schedule of uploads and my recent disappearance. I've had quite a few difficulties lately, but now I'm happy to say I am ready to bring some more content to you and probably on a semi-regular schedule. I also have some pretty good news as well. I've been messing around in some animation in After Effects and Flash, and I haven't got anything done so far, but when I do, you guys will get to bask in its awesome glory. I can't say anything more about it, but it is awesome, and you guys will love it. I'd like to hear from you guys what you'd like to see on the channel. Don't worry about my Zomlock challenge or the Fizz or SodaPop talks. Those are all going to be coming to the channel again. But if there's anything new that you'd like to see, just let me know. You've got my social media links and you've also got the comments. So if there's anything you might be interested in seeing, just let me know. Next up for this video, I was tagged by a friend of mine. Her name is Jessiday. And the video she tagged me in was called 5 Treasures. And I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And what it is we talk about our 5 most valuable treasures and the stories behind them. And here with me I've got my fiance Badger. And we're just going to dive right in and talk about our 5 most valuable treasures. First up, I have my Nintendo Wii, which is the first console that I actually bought myself. And that's why it really means a lot to me, first off. It's because, you know, I actually hacked into it and put a bunch of emulators on it. I mean, I own all the games that I have emulators for and everything, so it's perfectly legal, but, you know, this is what it really means a lot to me. This is the first one I actually bought myself. I've been given a lot of other things like Game Boy or Super Nintendo, but this is actually the first one that I worked hard for and got myself. So that is my first treasure. Nintendo Wii.
For my first treasure is this dusty old cowboy hat right here. I stuck a feather on it for stylish effect. The reason why this is special to me is because this is actually my dad's hat. And the story behind it is my grandmother on my mother's side bought him this hat kind of as a joke, because she thought he wouldn't like it. And it turned out he loved it. He absolutely loved it, and he wore it all the time. I remember when I was a kid. And yeah, we both have small heads. Anyway, he gave this hat to me because I found it in his closet one day when I was still in high school. And I started wearing it around, and he said, you know, it looks great on you. Well, why don't you keep it? He said, I'm probably never going to wear it again. He said, so I guess you should have it since you like it so much. And so I wear it a lot. And we both have kind of the same size head, so it fits perfectly.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of country, but, you know, her family is.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
So, yep, that's her second treasure. Now, for my third treasure, I've actually got some old cassette tapes. These pretty much came out before even I was born.
Yeah.
But back in high school, I had a kick where I listened to 80s heavy metal and things.
Good stuff.
Yep, and got tape for Rat and Great White, White Snake.
Oh, I like White Snake.
Yep, and this is, excuse me. But these are only a few of them. I have a bag full of them somewhere. But the cassette tapes actually mean quite a bit to me. My aunt gave them to me, and right now she has leukemia. Yeah. And this will be one of the last mementos from her if something were to happen. But, you know, I think she's doing pretty well, and I actually have faith that she's going to beat it. But, you know, those are the cassette tapes she gave me a while back, and I really appreciate those, and they mean a lot to me.
Okay, my second treasure is this deck of Legend of Zelda playing cards. And I'll hold it up to the screen so you can see it easier. Yeah, definitely. And he gave these to me, SodaPop did, when we were first dating. He asked some things about me. He said, well, what do you like? I said, I love Legend of Zelda. I've always been a huge fan of it ever since Ocarina of Time. I had a Link to the Past when I was a kid, but I didn't really get hooked in until Ocarina of Time was released. And so he was brainstorming. He went on Amazon and he thought, well, these cards would be perfect because I do like playing cards. I like games like, you know, poker, Texas Hold'em, stuff like that. And I also like Zelda, so he thought this would be a great idea. Yep. And it really is. Yep. It'll always be one of my biggest treasures.
Yeah, those are actually imported from Japan.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, they are.
And they're in the well, here's Tingle. You can see Tingle.
Yeah.
But they're imported from Japan, and you can see them actually in the Hyrule Historia book. I've got that. That's not one of my treasures though. But you can see it in the Hyrule Historia somewhere. I can't remember where, but they're definitely in there. So those are Japanese. Can't get them here.
Yeah, they're really cool.
For my next treasure, I've got some dice. These are my first dice. Let me open the bag here. I've got a nice inner-lined silk bag. But, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Oh, drop some. Here we go. We've got a bunch of dice here. A bunch of D20s.
That's a lot of dice.
Yep. It's 2 sets of dice that my friend Austin gave me.
Uh-huh.
We actually had a gaming group that would meet every week, and we would play things like Dungeons and Dragons or Fate, different role-playing games. And the dice, he gave those to me, I believe, for Christmas. Not this past Christmas, but the one before that.
Right, I think I remember.
When we had the group. And I would use them for, you know, dice rolls or whatever. But they mean a lot to me because they were some of the mementos of the gaming group that I had. It's disbanded now because people had to move and were busy, you know, and schedule conflicts.
Yeah.
So those are just a really good memory for me. I really miss the gaming group. If you hear this, guys, I would love to make videos of our games or whatever and put them on the channel. That would be awesome. But, you know, if you guys hear that, you know, whatever. So, yeah, those are my, let's see, third treasure.
My third treasure is this little golden locket here.
Yep,
I'll bring it in closer.
Tiny.
Yeah, it is really tiny. My mother bought this for me when I was about 12 or 13 years old. She actually lives in England. She doesn't live here in the United States. And she bought this for me, and she found a couple of pictures of herself and my dad. And, you know, she doesn't get to see me very often. I don't get to see her. And she thought that this would be kind of a little piece of something of her. That way I can always see her. And it's gonna be one of the biggest treasures I know that I'm gonna keep a hold of this forever. I'm gonna do my best to never ever lose it.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, it is.
This treasure is actually a card, and this card really means a lot to me. And with this card, there was a time where I took a break from where I worked at the time, and I worked at Kmart, and it was actually the best experience I've had working someplace.
Yeah.
And, especially in retail, I know a lot of people could disagree with, you know, working in retail must be the most horrible experience ever, but it's actually the best job I've had. I've had quite a few jobs.
Yeah.
And with this card, you know, everybody signed it and everything, and I had to take a break, so they all gave me a card, and I was intentionally gonna leave for the whole time, but then I came back because I missed them, you know, and I thought it was a really great job.
Yeah, there's a lot of great people there.
Yeah. Now the store is closed down, so this means so much to me. You know, it has a bulldog on it that says, "Sending a great big hug your way." And it really means a lot to me. I miss everyone there at Kmart. Anyway.
My next treasure is the Master Sword.
Yeah, it was hanging on the wall over there, but she got it. So.
Yeah. This was actually bought for my birthday, also by SodaPop. Not last year, but about a year before that. It's made of some really pretty sturdy metal. It's quite heavy. It's hard for me to hold it in one hand because I'm just so weak. But yeah, there he is having fun with it.
Yeah, I actually got this for her, but it has kind of meh paint job. But
yeah, I mean it is kind of. I mean you can tell it kind of chipped off right here, but you know.
And it's kind of a different color than it's supposed to be, but you know.
Yeah, but it was actually a great price from what you got it for. It was like, how much was it again?
A little bit over 100.
Yeah, but it is actually quite heavy and pretty sturdy from what I can feel, but I wouldn't want to swing it around still because I might not.
It's just a replica.
Yeah, that's all it is really. The edges aren't sharpened or anything, so you can hold onto the blade and it won't cut you or anything.
And the reason why I got this one instead of other ones was that it was shaped exactly how the sword was shaped. I've seen a lot of people with master swords and things where they're rather skinny.
Yeah,
and,
the blade was like way too small and it was kind of oddly shaped and.
You know, but this one was shaped the most like it at the time that I got it, so I got this for her. And I also got a shield for her, but you know.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to show this in particular.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten. I feel like the hero of time every time I hold it.
And lastly, we have our most valuable possessions. You know, you always save the best for last.
Mm-hmm.
And right here, I have my PlayStation 3. Now, I know it seems like the card and the dice and everything should be more valuable. And this, being a video game console, the reason why it means the most to me is because my dad got this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember if it was my birthday or Christmas, but I remember, you know, they're so close together. They're only 3 weeks apart.
Yeah.
So, but he gave this to me, and this was the most expensive thing he's ever bought for me, and it completely threw me off guard. And once again, I didn't have that many video games. I only had, I think, the Wii. But this was by far like one of the most meaningful gifts I've ever received, because he's actually in a, you know, sort of a financial crisis. My whole family is.
Yeah. I know what that's like.
Crisis. And but he got this for me, and I've always wondered how he got it, and it just blew me away, and it means a lot because it took a lot of hard work for him.
What, was it brand new when he bought it, or did he buy it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was in the box.
So he paid full price for it.
Yeah. And it was 250 gigabytes, and it came with PlayStation Move. Sadly, I was with some roommates, and they lost one of the controllers for it.
Bummer.
The actual PlayStation Eye that worked with the PlayStation Move. But that was my most meaningful gift, is my PS3. So, yeah.
My most meaningful gift I am actually wearing, it is my engagement ring. Just last August, we live in here in Tennessee. He took me out to a trip to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, which are very close together. It's a very touristy area, and it has lots of different amusement parks and things to do. Dollywood is actually one of the most famous places there, and you know, we were at Dollywood actually whenever he did his proposal. We went on the Ferris wheel there, and he pulled out a poem and he read it to me, and then he pulled this ring out of his pocket, and the last thing he said was, "It's dangerous to go alone. Will you be my player too?" and I am never gonna forget that.
Nerd!
But it was adorable. I loved it. It was the greatest thing ever.
Yep. And you can see what it's made to look like, kind of.
It's made to look like the Triforce. It's made from 14 karat gold, and you said it was yellow sapphires or the stones? Yeah.
Yep. So, her engagement ring kind of blows my PS3 out of the water, but I don't have a ring on this. If you like it, then you should put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should put a ring.
Hey, here in a couple months, you will have your own ring.
Yep. We're getting married April 24th at 3 p.m. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Starting today, I should be getting back on track. You know, on Saturdays, I'm going to be doing my Twitch streams, and I'm going to be going back to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
That'll be fun.
Yep, and if you liked this video, or if you want to see my Twitch, just be sure to follow me, like, subscribe, comment, or whatever. And I hope you enjoyed this with Badger and SodaPop. And thank you for enjoying some SodaPop. Have a wonderful day.